made my first dollar on YouTube on March 29th, 2024. And 1 year later, here's how much I've earned. But first, a quick backstory about how we got here. If you don't know me, hi, hello. My name is Emily. I know I'm in casual clothing today, but I am a certified RV repair tech, and I originally started making videos on YouTube to promote my mobile RV repair business, where I drive out to people and help them fix their RVs. The main idea was that I would teach you a little bit about your RV, and that would help build up, that know, like, trust factor. So then later down the road, if you need help with a bigger project, you would try to call me. I uploaded my first video to YouTube on March 7th of 2023. That's right, it took me over a year to get monetized. That video was called How to Change Your Sales Switch Without Breaking a Sweat, and it was filmed on my bedroom floor with a microphone that I borrowed from my parents. Yes, everyone made fun of my microphone at the time, but I was working with what I had. From there, I posted on and off for a little over a year until we finally reached March 29th, 2024, where I finally hit the 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours that it takes to be monetized here on YouTube. My first month on YouTube, I got a little over 56,000 views and made $320.41, which from like a little bit of research I'd done is pretty good for your first month. And another thing to note here, I spent over a year trying to get to that mythical 4,000 watch hour mark. And then in my first month monetized, I got well over 4,000 watch hours, which is just crazy. Hi ants, can you just stay there? I know we're in like your natural habitat, but if you could just not eat me for a second, that'd be great. That brings us to May, where I started throwing some more shorts in there just to play around and see what happened. The shorts brought my views up to over 80,000 views, but my watch hours stayed exactly the same, and I made a little over $380. So the shorts did not help top line revenue, but they were fun to make. June and July were my highest performing revenue months on YouTube, which makes sense for three main reasons. Number one, I'm an RV channel, and RVing is just way more popular in the summer. And the other two reasons will become more apparent as we move on. Which brings us to August, where things started to go downhill a little bit. In August, I only made $497.42, despite the fact that I'd made over $500 the month before. And part of this was because I missed a week uploading. Up until this point in 2024, I had consistently uploaded a video every week without missing a single week. And August was my first week missing one. This was mostly because in August, I tried hiring an editor, and that process didn't go so well. I tried using Story, who was recommended by Modern Millie's channel. If you follow her here, no shade on Modern Millie, but a lot of shade on Story. They just did not consistently put out edits that were usable, which meant we had to do a lot of back and forths to get a video to a point that I felt comfortable uploading it to my channel, which meant things just took way longer than they had initially said that they would take. I know that hiring an editor does have like a bit of a learning curve to it, and you guys need to get on the same page about what your editing style is and what you want things to look like. But just the edits that they were giving me from the beginning were just so unusable and so bad that there was just nowhere for us to go. And I ended up canceling my membership with them after, I think, like 2 months, just because I could not see us moving forward together. So I guess this is where I'll talk about my more general reason for being on YouTube / Instagram / social media in general, and why that strategy had to shift. Holy fuck. In July, going into August, I created my first online course. Woohoo! It's called RV Academy, and the pitch was that for less than what the big box stores are charging for a single RV call, you could instead learn how to be your own RV tech and fix the appliances around your RV. And I used the Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram following that I had amassed across the last year or so to market this course. and it ended up going pretty well. If you don't know about the differences between marketing across all of these platforms, the biggest differences, at least that I have found, is that on Facebook and Instagram, you can use a software called ManyChat, and you can ask your followers either in the caption or in a video to comment a certain word. Like if you've ever seen those videos that are like, comment the word bathroom and I'll send you my 5 favorite bathroom accessories or whatever. So I was having people comment the word academy, and then this software called ManyChat would automatically send them the link and the info for RV Academy if they wanted to sign up. And this ended up being the main way that I was able to drive people to the website for RV Academy and get people to sign up. Which meant for that summer of 2024, Instagram and Facebook ended up being the main thing that I needed to concentrate on, because it was becoming the way that I was injecting cash into my business at the time. YouTube, unfortunately, just because it takes a little while for at least my type of instructional how-to videos to get picked up in search and for people to find them, just isn't the best way to get a quick injection of cash when I need it. And so during that time, YouTube just unfortunately wasn't the focus. And I guess when you're running a business, that's okay. Like, different things can be your focus at different times during the year. Unfortunately, this did mean as we went on through 2024, I just sort of fell out of love with YouTube and ended up concentrating more on Instagram and Facebook because I kept wanting to get more quick injections of cash. And in 2025, we're gonna be changing that strategy up. But let me show you how that affected YouTube revenue, at least through the end of 2024. So in September, I only got 3 videos out, and we were starting to get out of the busy season for RVing. So in September, I only made $464.01. And spoiler alert, I did not post a single other full-length video for the rest of 2024. But as we always try to find the positives in everything, I guess this is where I got to learn about the magic of passive income. Ooh. So October, I also did not post a single video, but I still made $493.04. Pretty dope for doing nothing. A similar story happened in November, where I again did not post a single video, but still made $405.33. And then in December, you guessed it, again, not a single video posted, but I still made $352.19. I'm not gonna lie, guys, I've just been walking around trying to find cool places to film around here, and I'm totally lost. I have no idea how to get back to my car. So we're just gonna keep walking and hope that by the time we finish filming, something looks familiar and I know how to get back. Ah! This is literally a dead end. I have found a dead end on a path. Guys, I am so lost. I am so lost. I guess while I'm here then, I'll talk about the beginning of 2025. So if you don't know the RV industry, especially the RV repair industry, January, February, and March are like the slowest times of the year for RV repair. People are coming off of the holidays, so they just don't really want to spend a ton of money on their RV. And in a lot of places, the weather is quite cold, and so people just don't have the time off, don't have the money, just don't want to be taking their RV out of storage. So usually like January, February, March, right up until tax time, like April 15th, is just like dead in comparison to the rest of the year for RV repair. And because of this, I'm not getting like a ton of calls to my business. I'm getting plenty. I could be more busy if I wanted to. I just tend to like to take that time to just be a little bit more chill, more relaxed. Not every season needs to be hustle, hustle, hustle. And similarly, I didn't want to be like super salesy and selling all of the time. And so I didn't want to be like on Instagram every day being like, buy my thing. So this meant that since the beginning of the year, I've just been taking like a little bit slower of an approach to business, and it's been great. And because I've had a little bit of extra time, I've been back to concentrating on YouTube again. So I have been consistently posting a video to YouTube every week since the beginning of January. And it took a little bit, but this does mean that my YouTube revenue has gone up a little bit. So in January, I made $348.47. In February, still posting consistently, revenue starts going back up, $403.40. And that brings us to March, where it looks like for the month of March, I'm going to make $430.63, which brings us to a grand total for my first year on YouTube of $5,178.83. But what did we learn from all of this, and what are we going to be doing differently moving forward? Oh my God, guys, I found a map. I'm really bad at reading maps, but I think it says you are here, and I'm parked, I think, at this parking, which means I'd want to head towards E, which this says is the boardwalk pond, and unfortunately this arrow says that the boardwalk pond is in the direction of the sad crossed off bridge that I just tried. So now I've got to figure out an alternative route to get back to my car. I'm gonna try going this way. I'm hoping this way is the right way. But main lessons learned after a year of making money on YouTube. Number one, obviously, I am not living off of a couple $100 a month. If you want to start making a living off of YouTube, it's going to have to be a part of some larger business model that you have, at least in the beginning. Maybe in like 5 years, I'll be making so much off of AdSense that I won't need any other business going on in the background. But for now, that's definitely not the case. So it's really easy to get caught up in the day-to-day minutia of like, how many views are we getting? Or like, is the YouTube revenue down? And I just sort of have to remember that like the YouTube revenue is not the goal. It's a nice icing on the cake, but in the end, calls into my business, like of me actually fixing RVs, and clicks onto the website for my online resources are kind of the goal. Second big lesson is when you post your YouTube videos doesn't really seem to matter, especially if you're going for like an SEO style strategy. That is really more of what I'm going for. If you don't know, SEO is search engine optimization. Basically, all of my videos are answering some RV question that somebody might be searching on YouTube, like Nor cold fridge not turning on, hoping my video pops up. Coleman mock air conditioner not cooling, hoping my video pops up. At one point, I was trying to time and make sure I put out like air conditioning videos during the summer and furnace videos during the winter. And while I still kind of do this, honestly, I haven't found that it really matters. The video will pop up when people need it, and it won't when it doesn't. So now I honestly try to get things like my air conditioner videos, which push a ton of traffic for me, out before the summer, as opposed to like peak summer when you would think more people are searching. I want to get it out there before people are searching for it, so it's got time for the algorithm to find it. Hope that makes sense. But like, honestly, this video took a while to pop off, and then it did. Same thing for this video. Same thing for this video. Like, the video is just going to find its audience when it's going to find its audience. Lesson number 3, passive income. Totally possible. Just takes a ton of upfront work. For a little bit of perspective, before I started my own business and this YouTube channel, Instagram thing, all of that stuff, a little before that, I was working a job where I made $20 an hour, which means I made about $160 a day. So the fact that in like October, November, December, I made each of those months more than I would have made doing like 2 full days of work at that job by doing nothing on YouTube. Don't get me wrong, I was doing like other work for other parts of my business and I made money other ways, but like I made 2 full days worth of work from YouTube without putting anything into YouTube. Like, that's pretty dope, and like definitely something that I'm gonna try to like put more momentum into going forward. Which brings me to lesson number 4, I guess, is if you're trying to figure out what social media platform to concentrate on, whether it be like Instagram, Facebook, or YouTube, each one of them is just gonna bring you different things. So for a little bit of context, my largest audience by far is on Facebook, followed after a big jump down by Instagram, and then followed by another big jump down there, YouTube. But if you're gonna talk about like which of those platforms brings me the best customers and the highest number of quality customers, that's gonna be YouTube by far. I think it's just because on YouTube, by the time that you've watched a full video of mine, you've probably spent like 10 to 20 minutes with me. And I've been able to build that know, like, trust factor more than if you just like stumble upon me on Facebook or Instagram and you just see me for 60 seconds and go, she seems interesting, I'll give her a follow. So just in general, I have found that Facebook, Instagram, they're good things to have in the machine of your business if you need like a quick injection of cash. But right now I'm just finding that like the foundation is YouTube, because I can make a video here on YouTube that teaches someone something and along the way advertises one of my online products, and I could put that effort into that video and have it still be marketing for me weeks, months, years down the road. It's just worth more of the time investment day to day than like an Instagram reel, which take way more effort than people think and sort of lives and dies within a day. So even with that ManyChat software and that strategy, it's a good lever to pull when I've got like a big launch going on. But day to day in my business, like I only have so many hours and like what's worth putting time into. I found in the long run, that's YouTube. And I guess the final biggest lesson would just be, would I recommend doing any of this for a local service-based business? And the answer is no, honestly. So when I first got into YouTube and Instagram and all this social media nonsense, it was initially to market my local service-based business. It was me driving around fixing RVs, and it was my way of getting my name out there for people to know that I existed and that they should call me. Now, 2 years in, is it something I would recommend? Not really, because here's the thing. As you get bigger and bigger on these social media platforms, it's really hard to keep the audience to just people in your local area. To be honest, my business line has become almost useless to me because I now get so many calls every single day from people outside of Las Vegas just trying to get RV advice. Which, don't get me wrong, I wish I could spend time on the phone with everybody and helping everyone out. There's just like physically not enough hours in the day. And I just have other things I need to do to like actually make money in my business. There's just not a great way, at least that I have found, to keep your social media audience to people that are local to you. And there's not a great workaround to this, at least that I have found. But if you are looking to diversify your income and are trying to move some of your business online, then this kind of stuff is invaluable. I mean, truly, in June, July, August, when I made RV Academy, it was in response to me just needing a mental health break from taking calls. I had had a call where the customer just treated me so badly that I was like, I just need a break from all of this. I need to do something different. I just like don't want this anymore. And I was able to pivot, and I was able to bring in another source of income into my business because I had laid this groundwork here on YouTube and on other social media platforms. I guess in some ways it has like put a damper on one part of my business, but also helped me build up another side of my business. So in the end, I'm not sad that I did any of this. It's been pretty great. Oh my God, another map. Oh my God, it's saying that I'm closer, but also that the way to the car is the way that I just came from. Oh my goodness. No, nature reserve parking. Nature reserve parking this way. Guys, I'm not gonna die out here. Oh my God, guys, there she is. My car. Oh my God, I made it. That walk took much longer than I anticipated. If you found this video helpful, please consider hitting subscribe. I put out videos like this every week, teaching you about RVing, running a small business, and just like being a woman who just turned 30 and is figuring life out as she goes. If you want more business-esque videos, check out this playlist. And in the meantime, this has been RV Repairwoman. You got this.